How are all of you lovely people doing today? My name is John, and today is a wonderful day. Der Eisendrache is finally here, and ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely amazing. But let's dive right into the story. So, this map throws you in the middle of an action-packed intro cinematic, and if you haven't seen it yet, take a look.
This wasn't how it was supposed to go. We were supposed to secure the package and be in and out clean. Instead, the whole thing's been one disaster after another. Take my blade, beast! God, fucking move, maggot addicts! Today, you die! 4, 3. First I took your legs, now I take your life! I should never have trusted you, Richtofen. Never.
This intro cinematic does not wait, and it jumps into the action almost immediately, and you can tell Der Eisendrache is gonna be a wild ride. Because it sort of jumps into things right away and it doesn't explain who some of the people are, what I thought I would do is break it down beat by beat so you guys get a better understanding of what is actually going on, and then you can also better understand the rest of the map. The people driving away in this car are Group 935 defectors. You see, the Richtofen who died in the Giant, the one that was shot by Richtofen, was actually sort of coordinating Group 935 defectors, and they were working at Griffin Castle, and they were trying to discover the MPD pyramid under Dr. Groff. Now, these defectors were taking the DEMPSEY test subject to the moon. We don't know exactly why, we don't know the significance of the DEMPSEY test subject, we just know they're the ones we want. Now, Richtofen, the Richtofen from Origins, and the rest of the crew are trying to stop them, so somehow they commandeered a giant robot. Quite possibly, they took the one that was in the Giant and they completed it, and then they started chasing after those Group 935 defectors. We're not entirely sure. Either way, they want that pod, because Dr. Maxis has expressed to Richtofen on many occasions the test subjects must not be awakened. Maybe it's when the test subjects are awakened that things start to lead to a downfall. We're not entirely sure, but the Germans on the moon don't realize all this is going on. They don't realize that Richtofen had actually died. They just think they're trying to get to the test subject, but meanwhile, the people have the test subject, they're being chased after the giant robot, and they finally reach Griffin Castle, which connects to Griffin Station. They take a rocket and they soar right up to the moon. Now, it's at this point our characters have failed. Their giant robot was destroyed, and their next best bet was to go to Griffin Castle, and that's what they do, and then from there, we will continue on with our quests. Things, though, have not gone according to plan, and you can tell that by Dempsey's frustration, and he still does not entirely trust Richtofen. As for Richtofen and his motives, it's hard to say for sure. He says he wants things to be for the better, but you can never really tell with him. Sometimes he gets a little too power hungry. That, though, is basically what we learn from this intro cinematic. It sets up the period from Deriz to Moon, that in-between time that we've never really explored before. Before, we just thought Richtofen sends away Dr. Maxis and Samantha and then teleports over to the moon, but no, things are actually different. Griffin Castle is where a majority of the work and the research was actually happening. Richtofen goes from Deriz to Griffin Castle, and then from Griffin Castle he actually goes to the moon, and that's where all the sort of craziness unfolds. It seems as though our characters are trying to change that history, though, and we're going to have to wait and see how it unfolds. That's going to wrap things up, though, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it or found it interesting, and if you did, be sure to give it a like and possibly subscribe for more coverage of Der Eisendrache. And if you're really interested in the story, my channel is the one place to be, and I'd recommend you subscribe. I'm going to go, though. Have a wonderful day, and bye.